Hey, Claire here. I'm feeling inspired this morning by a video that I've watched, um, all about how we can resist change. Um, and it's by a guy called Robert Keegan, who is all things psychology and talks a lot about how we have an immunity to change. You know, we can make a decision. I need to quit smoking. I'm going to lose that weight. I'm going to get fit and healthy. I'm going to stick to my health regime. I'm going to take the tablets that I need to take, or whatever it is. We can make that decision and then we don't do it. It's a very different thing. Making a decision and doing it, very different things. Anyway, I watched this video this morning and it got me thinking a lot about how, if we're in a life that isn't fully resonating with us, we're feeling stuck. We're in some sort of crisis, midlife, quarter life, whatever it is, crisis, career crisis. How it is the same thing, really we can make the decision inside about, oh man, I don't like this. I want to do something different. I want to create my life differently. I want something different for my kids. And yet there's something that keeps us stuck. There's something that stops us doing something about it. And it is often that the actual change, if we make the change or we do something different, we turn towards that feeling, that urge, that gut feeling that we need to do something about this. If we turn towards it, there are going to be consequences. We're assuming or believing that something will happen or we'll lose something. But we're assuming something, and that assumption is stopping us doing it. Now, if you're thinking about doing things differently in your life, making changes in your life, manifesting things that you really want but you're afraid of, actually confronting that, coming off social media, what does that mean to you if that's your thing? Does that mean you're going to feel disconnected? Are you going to become the social pariah? If you make those changes, is that going to affect your social scene, your friends? Are you risking judgment, rejection? Are you worried about that? What are the consequences? What are you assuming? What are you believing? And it's a bit like, giving up anything or changing anything. There's going to be a loss, perhaps, or you're assuming that there's going to be a loss. Giving up the chocolate, it's a loss. What are you going to put in there instead? What's going to replace that? What's going to fill that void? And it really got me thinking, because it's the belief that there is no alternative, that there's no alternative to fill those needs, to keep us safe, to keep us connected, to give us an identity. There's no alternative. And do we believe that of our kids? When we're worried about their crisis, their mental health, their stress, their anxiety, their hooked up to social media, their screen time, do we really believe that there's no alternative? We're assuming there's nowhere else to go. But of course there is somewhere else to go. We can give that our attention. We can create that. We can really create that. And the more people come together, the more we hold our hand up and say, you know what? I'm deciding and I'm doing. We change.